Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? And floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
He showed the menu and then he said something about something, like frog leg.
We go find it. We go.
What are those sausages?
No, that's my main course. And
I don't know what that immaturity is.
the dessert is the last.
Sounds Asian. That's
Is the
Caribbean.
baked Alaska. I don't know.
Won't bring it to you unless you ate all your food, kid.
Yeah, I've had for like.
I think I need to separate these two. They're all over all started over like jerk pork.
Frog legs.
Well, g'day folks, g'day, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here on this lovely, fantastic, what is it, Monday? No, Tuesday evening. Welcome aboard, nice to have you here. Well, we tried to show you Kenny having a good old giggle, but hey, it is what it is. All right, first in the chat. Yes, I was a wee bit late this evening. Both Ilana and I just had dinner with a business partner tonight, and when we came in, I looked at my computer and it had self-shut down, which was rather interesting. In other words, it crashed. So we've been trying to bring it up, and there we go. We've brought it up, and yeah, we're running a bit late. So g'day, folks. Nice to have you here, and nice to see you, Joe. Good morning, Meg. How is it feeling being an ex-birthday girl, or are you still a birthday girl? Can't remember with the time change. But good morning to everybody. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Meg is saying that she worked all day, Joe, but will catch up on fun this weekend. That's awesome. Cruise-a-Thon isn't this weekend. No, it's in 2 weeks' time, but we want to start talking about it. And I have said that we will be talking about the Cruise-a-Thon coming up. Some info in the chat is incorrect. Having said that, It took me a while to set up. So, yeah, the Chiron is incorrect. I do apologize. On the bus to work now, Meg, I hope you have a great day. And yeah, Joe is saying bugger. Well, I can understand that, mate. People do go to work, and yeah, it is a bugger. Once Kenny gets the giggles, he's done for. He's done for. You are right, and that beginning was just what happened on the last cruise. Kenny was doing that from the moment he started to the moment he stopped. Then the rest of us get giggles too. Yep, that's correct. So true. Well, well, well. Who else is in the chat there? Biday Nick, welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to see you on board. How does it feel to be back in the world of the living? Well, okay. Denise, welcome aboard, Denise. Nice to have you here. Good morning to you, and hope you have a very great day. I hope your shift hope you weren't working last night. Were you working last night? Okay, and Nick, Shaun, on my way to Germany in April. I'm hopefully meeting up with Ronnie and Elmer from Life is Good Today during my layover in Charlotte. Mate, that's going to be awesome. And hopefully you're going to be having some fun with that lovely lady of yours. Another twat waffle of a day. Again, machinery broke down again. Oh, that's not good, Joe. That sucks. Okay. G'day to Joe. Joe saying g'day to Denise. G'day, Joe. And Denise is off and she can't sleep. Well, you know what, Denise? It is a nature of the beast. You are a shift worker, and shifts do those amazing things, right? Now, as Jimmy would say, best cup of the day. It is my best cup of the evening, and that is the caffeine hit. Jimmy, your ears must have been burning, mate. We were talking about you, and yet we are starting a little bit late, and I do apologize for the late start, but for some of you, it's going to be a benefit because it'll be a chance for you guys to pop in and come and see the chat. Yeah, it is the best sip of the day, mate. And yes, it is actually a caffeine hit. It is a good cup of coffee, which my beloved wife made for me. So there you go. All right. So what's news? What's happening in the world of Helping Hands for Cruising? Well, the good news, folks, is that as the Chiron says at the bottom, the Cruise-a-Thon, well, it's not this weekend. It is the second week of August 9, 10, and 11. So we've got some good news coming out of that. Now, first of all, Joe is giving us a heads up. At least they found the problem today. One of the electric motors is putting out too much amps, and it was causing the new computer system to put the belt into a fail-safe mode. Wow. I hope the Sparkies came in and fixed it all up. You need them to fix it up. There we go. All right. So now, just to give you a heads up, so I'm just going to be looking at the Google screen there, just so that I can have a look at the chat of what's going on in the. In fact, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share the schedule for the Cruise-a-Thon, and folks, I hope you can see this. This is what's. Oh no, I've got to bring it into the chat. That's correct. I have got to bring it in. So let me do that. Let me just add this to the screen and do a bit of a flippity-do. I just got to modify a couple of things. Oh, you know what? Do this. Jimmy, you have the same problem occasionally where you just think you've got everything all set up, and then the truth of the matter is it's not. So I'm busy trying to get this set up quickly so that you folks can get to have a bit of a squizzy at what's going on. Perfect. All right. There we go. Let's get into there we go. Can you see that, folks? Hopefully you can. So this is what we've got in the schedule happening for the Cruise-a-Thon right now. We've got, as you can all see, Friday night is fully booked. We start off the show with Michael Ann's Spelt Mama. Now, have any of you guys actually had a chance to get into Michael Ann's chat, well, not her chat, but her stream? You'll see that it's going to be absolutely incredible. Michael Ann does a wonderful job when she starts off the show. She makes everybody excited about coming in and having a look at the Cruise-a-Thon. She also does raise a fair bit of money, and you know what? That is just what we need. Jimmy saying a musician, more amps are a good thing. You are quite right, Jimmy. That's what I'm going to say. Joe won't be staying long. Want to get some sleep, mate? You do that. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate you being here. Ooh, Jimmy, sending you a pic from my son's music store. I like that. G'day, Mike. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. We're just talking about the Cruise-a-Thon that we've got coming up on the 9th of August. 9th, 10th, and 11th is when that'll be happening. Joe is saying we have a great music store in our city called Legends Music Shop. Getting myself a Cole Clark acoustic guitar. Mate, I didn't know you played acoustic. Hey, Mike. And Joe, you're going to play guitar. Great. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jimmy. Shaun, are those times Australian Eastern? No, mate. They are US Eastern Standard Time, not Australian, I'm afraid. They are based on Miami times. Joe is going to learn to play. G'day, everyone from Meg, which is great. That's awesome, Joe. And Denise is saying her son owns a music store, Backstage Music. They ship internationally. Oh, cool. What sort of music? G'day, Meg. Hey, Denise. Jeez, we got a whole 9 people in. That's awesome. Okay. So Joe is saying, you'd know of Cole Clark, Shaun. They are based in Melbourne. Yeah, he's my next door neighbour. No, he's not. Hope you had a great birthday, Meg. That is the word from Denise, and I agree with that statement. So there we go. Now let me, going back into where I was before I so rudely interrupted by the chat. So as you guys can see, Friday is fully booked. We've got Michael Ann. There's also Ross from Orange Cone Vlogs, and I know Ross has got a couple of very exciting special guests coming on board. In fact, I don't even know who they are. But I do know that some of them, or at least one of them, is famous. So we will then catch up with them and have a good time. Followed very quickly by Match Game Live. You know that Scott dude with all those other people. Carnival Cruise Addicts and Cruise Live TV. No, not Cruise Live TV. Yeah, Cruise Live TV coming in and doing their bit. Greg and Michelle coming in and doing their Match Game Live. And we wonder who the special guest is, if there is one. Followed very closely by Amy on Amethyst Haze. And then there's this other group called the Down Under Cruises. Don't know who they are. Have not got a clue. But I believe their show's okay. And then we've got Kenneth from Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oakes. Now, maybe we might just be lucky enough on that Friday night to get to meet Kenny's new flame, his new fiance. Hopefully that all works well. Now, Saturday is going to be an amazing day, because Saturday we start off with Destination Fun. Man, can you believe it? We will have the true Captain Sherry, not that imitation pretend Captain Deckhand Billy. we won't have him. Well, we will have him later on, but at least we'll get to the top with Denise. Sorry, Destination Fun, Sherry there, and hopefully Marcus will be there with her. But Destination Fun will be on at 9 a.m., followed very closely by a very esteemed young gentleman. And I do say young gentleman by the name of The Astute Tourist will be there. And hopefully Jimmy will have his gorgeous wife, Colleen, with him on there as well. And then Jimmy is followed by Deckhand Captain Billy J. Yeah. And then Deckhand Captain Billy J will be followed by Ocean to Ocean Travel. So we've got 4 celebrities on board that I can see there. Ocean to Ocean, that'll be Bruce. Bruce will be talking about not only the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, but he'll be talking about his Alaska cruise, which he's got coming up. And yeah, it will be an amazing chat. I know that Cindy will be there. You know what, folks? At the end of the day, we're just going to look at ways of getting the dollars into the bank. We want to raise around $10,000, and that would be absolutely fantastic. Or the Put a Lime in a team. Now that's going to be exciting because I reckon it's going to be Amy, Roxanne, Michael-Ann, and Sharon. I'm hoping that they'll be doing a live stream there. And it looks like it's going to be a great chat going on there. Any way that we can raise a buck. Larry is going to come in with his Cognitive Nomad channel, which will be awesome. And then hopefully, you never know, we might get some good things happening out of there too. PSV Odyssey, Sir Paul will be in there on at 3 p.m., followed very closely by, and I'm really excited to see, Royal Caribbean Cruise Chronicles. Now, this channel, folks, you got to get into. Come on in and have a look at them, check them out, and see what's going on with that channel. They are awesome. And then we've got at 5 p.m. we'll have this couple. I know she's really cute and she's also really good. I don't know about that Chet bloke, but Sea Leg Journeys, that couple, look, they always make me laugh every time I watch their show. So Sea Leg Journeys will be coming up there. And then we've got Foster Boy and Vodka Girl, the Carnival Cruise Addicts, on at 6 p.m. on Saturday night. What an awesome show that will be. 7 p.m., we've got Sherry Awesome Sunsets. She's going to make a huge difference as well. That's going to be a great show, as Sherry always does. And then, does anybody know who the hell the Traveling Gilberts are? Who the frickin' hell are the Traveling Gilberts? Can't wait for that show. Now, the one at 9 p.m., D&G Explorers. I'm wondering whether Gregory's going to be able to better his last effort. Because the last time they did the show, well, let's just face it, not only did they raise a bucket load of money, but Greg had a little bit too much to drink. But at any rate, it was a great show and we had a great blast, a really good time. Then Sir Eric B will be coming in with his Traveling with Eric B show, and we really enjoyed having him at the last cruise. And so, yes, certainly looking forward to it. And then followed by Danny Griswold from Griswold Family Vacay. All right, let me take a bit of a break and see who else is in the chat. Denise is saying hit the thumbs up. Thank you for that, Denise. Mike is saying, yes, hope your birthday was good. Joe is saying he's out. Will catch up with us all tomorrow, mate. Thank you for popping in. We will see you tomorrow. It will be a big show tomorrow. Jimmy is saying goodbye to Joe. Mike is saying have a blessed one. And Mike is saying their show is all right, I guess. Whose show? Let me see. Oh, the Down Under Cruise. Yeah, I agree with that. The show is all right. Jimmy is saying not a real captain. Yeah, Billy is not a real captain. He's now known as the referee, Billy J. Yes, that is correct. He is now known as that. Mike is saying, will this schedule be available like on a link on the community tab for people to download and keep a track, especially if one is not subbed to many of the channels? Mike, it will definitely be available in a public forum. I've yet to find out how we're going to do it, but it will be available and you will be able to jump in there and see all the channels and go and sub if you so desire. It's going to be absolutely amazing. All right, now looking at Sunday, we've got a 9 a.m. slot available. We do have a 10 a.m. Slot filled by Controversial Cruising. Scott! He'll be doing his show, and for those that don't know Controversial Cruising, you better get on there and check him out. He is pretty controversial, and we don't know who he's going to have with him on the show. So there you go. We've got slots from 11 through to 1 p.m. available. And then Cruise Live TV, Greg and Michelle are going to be coming in at 2 p.m. You never know who may be there. You never know who might come on in. And then followed very closely by Greg and Michelle at 3 p.m. is Herr Darien from magnificent Germany, Visterian. And I know that he may or may not be having some spaghetti eyes, but at the end of the day, they will be having lots of fun and you will be learning lots and lots about Germany. At 4 p.m., Larry is coming in with Plum Travelers, and that's going to be amazing because he'll have Larry and Ananda together, and that is the best channel ever. Especially Ananda, how she puts up with Larry, I don't know, but seriously. And then at 5 p.m. on Sunday evening, we've got Funnelhead's Adventures, along with Helping Hands for Cruising video by Meg. So there'll be a couple of good things happening there. That'll be awesome. 6 p.m. we've got Mountains to Sea Crew, which is going to be great. I jumped in on their channel the other day and had an absolute ball, and I try and get into their channel as much as I possibly can. 7 p.m. we've got a quiet moment, but at 8 p.m. Scott from Kicking a Country is going to be doing his bit, and you know, wherever Scott is, there's going to be some giggles. Especially when he's in there with Amber. So that's going to be an awesome show. And then can't wait for this Howie Cruise mob, because I know that right now they're on the Utopia. And so we'll be getting lots of good vibe about the Utopia from Howie Cruise, from Brian and I always forget her name. But at the end of the day, we're going to have an absolute ball listening to and joining in with How We Cruise. 10 p.m. we've got V. Hello all you beautiful people. V coming in and doing her show at 10 p.m. and at 11 p.m. Dewey will be finishing off the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise-a-Thon for August by doing his general bingo. So if we can get some more groups in, some more of you peoples in doing things between 11 and 1 on Sunday and 7 p.m. on Sunday evening, that would be absolutely amazing. Denise is planning to be on with Jimmy. Denise, that is going to be really cool. And if it is at a decent hour for me, I could very well pop in and say g'day. So it's going to be amazing. Certainly looking forward to it. We're going to be having some awesome fun. Now, while we're talking about this, there is 89 days to a particular cruise run by a very famous lady by the name of, well, look, let me stop sharing this. By a very famous lady by the name of Miss Amy. And so, yes, it's going to be extremely exciting to spend some time with her. I know that you folks are, those folks that are going to be on board that cruise are going to have an absolutely great time. So yeah, all you need to do is absolutely get some time with Amy, and if I can help it, I'm going to bring up, if I can get there, I'm going to bring up this particular slot. Have a look and listen, see if this is a cruise for you guys. You've got 89 days. Well, look, folks, that particular cruise is rather auspicious. And the reason why I say that is because that cruise actually does fall 2 years after the Helping Hands for Cruising Group Cruise, the inaugural one that we did originally. You definitely need to be on that one. I think you guys will have an awesome time. Denise is saying that she's got 95 days till her cruise. Well, you know what you could do, and this is just an opportunity, Denise, you could do this as a side by side, because what you could do is you could jump on the Carnival Pride, do the cruise with Amy and crew, jump off the cruise, race over to your cruise, which will be happening in 95 days. I'm just taking a guess. It's only 10 days after Amy's cruise, so you could very well do it within 5. I mean, I'm just thinking ahead for you. That's all. Just thinking ahead. You might say, "Shut up, Shaun," but I can take that. I definitely can take that. Mike is saying, "I'm afraid it was if he was to do the favorite PJs for the crawl, he'd get kicked out." You're doing it, Kenny. Seriously. Galveston to yeah, well, what can I say? I did say side by side. It's round the corner, right? Everything's round the corner in the US. That's what I'm told by Nick. Have a look at this one then. If that one's not good enough for you, look at this one.
Have you been dreaming of an Alaskan cruise? Or maybe you've taken one before and you just can't wait to go again. If so, the Helping Hands for Cruising Group Cruise is just the cruise for you. June 15th through June 22nd, 2025, you will set sail on the magnificent Norwegian Encore. This amazing group cruise will take you to Juneau, Skagway, a majestic cruise through Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, a stop in Victoria, British Columbia before arriving back in Seattle. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com today to find out how you can be a part of this fantastic group cruise to Alaska. This is one you definitely don't want to miss.
So there you go, Denise. That one could certainly do better for you if really you feel like it. I mean, seriously, I know you leave on the 26th. I know, but then, well, going to Mobile is only a flight away, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. Mike is saying it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, and maybe a stone's throw as well. Yeah, well, at least it's not past the black stump. It's still this side of the black stump. But there you go, folks. I think you guys are all going to have the most amazing time. Now, wait a minute. I've got to just get this sorted. Denise would love to. I'll tell you what, Denise, the next cruise, and this one is really expensive for me to, it's expensive for everybody, but let me just say this. It is actually an expensive one for me to actually promote, purely because Ross is such a what can I say? He's such a tight guy, you know. I mean, everything comes with a cost, and what can I say? It just becomes really. So here we go. I'm just putting some coffers in the money. I mean, money in the coffers, so that I can actually just pay for this cruise. And this is me actually paying for my ticket for the cruise. And we're going to have an absolutely amazing time. And Denise would love it if you came with us on this particular cruise, because I think you're going to love it. It's going to be with a bunch of great people, namely Jimmy and myself. Forget about the rest of the people that are coming on the cruise. But at least we're going to have an absolute, I think I'm almost done. One more. There you go. And here we go.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell?
Surely you can show a bit more enthusiasm than that. Seriously? A clap like that? I mean, all right, that's much better. That's much better. Thank you very much. Oh boy, seriously. All right, so what else can I say? Well, at the end of the day, we need the Cruise-a-Thon to be a success. Just think about it this way, folks. You put on $10,000 into the Helping Hands for Cruising coffers. That $10,000 goes a long way to putting at least 3 people on board a cruise ship. So yeah, we're excited about that. Now, Jimmy, you did say that you were going to be cruising on the bike after work. And I'm going to say to you, get on the bike and your mum is going to have a cadenza. Seriously. She only thinks about you and your best how you doing and all that sort of stuff, and you go in and you totally upset her by going on that 2-wheel thing. I mean, it's a bicycle with a very powerful engine on it. And Shaun, shut up. Let Jimmy do what Jimmy wishes. He's a big boy. Sorry, Mama Jimmy's mother. Let me say this, though. We are all going to have an amazing time on board the cruise, on board the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. It's going to be it is a fundraiser for Helping Hands, but more importantly, it's a life changer. And I can tell you, Roxy going on the Amethyst Haze Carnival Breeze. It's not the Paradise, I was wrong. On board the Carnival Breeze on her cruise there, she's going to have her life changed like you would not believe. And so will everybody else who's on the cruise with her. And that really is the benefit to Helping Hands. So, folks, I'm going to say you're going to have a really, really good time. Thank you, Jimmy. You're going to have a really good time on board the cruise, whether it be Amy's cruise, the Alaska cruise, or even the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. But more importantly, we need the funds to get people on board. So please, at the Cruise-a-Thon, which will be the 9th, 10th, and 11th of August, please empty out your pockets till it hurts. And by the way, you can see there are 2 QR codes. This one is for the US dollars. This one is for Australian dollars. And the reason why the difference is very simple. There are 2 different PayPal accounts, and either one can get somebody on a cruise ship. So whichever way it goes, please put your dollars in the bank account. Let PayPal carry it all for you so that you folks can help somebody else who can enjoy the same stuff that we enjoy, and that is the opportunity to cruise. All right. So we've gone through all the cruises there. I'm going to ask you folks, which one of the, if any, which one of the Helping Hands for Cruising group cruises would you like to be a part of? G'day, Cruise Nuts. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. We're just talking about the Cruise-a-Thon that's happening on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of August. I know the Chiron is incorrect, but please take a look in there. And Cruise Nuts, if you are so desired, there are still 4 slots happening for the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. So if you there are still 4 slots available for the Cruise-a-Thon on the Sunday. So if you're interested, please get in touch with either myself or with Sharon from the cruising scene. It's sharon7777@gmail.com. I think that's her email address. And with that, you can come on board and put on one of your great shows so everybody can get to spend time with you, get to know your channel, and also, have some serious fun. All right. So suffice it to say, we are just, we started late and we're going to finish roughly a bit on the late side, but that's good. It's about the same amount of time, and yes, we're getting a bucket load more people coming in, so it's going to be amazing. Jimmy is saying that without a shadow of a doubt, the Rock and Roll Tribute cruise goes without saying, but an Alaska cruise would be cool. You know what a pun that was, Jimmy? Alaska is cool, right? Yeah. Okay. Takes time to work that one out. Cruise Nuts is getting a g'day to Mike. Mike is saying rock and roll cruise would be great too, but fun say otherwise. Oh, you are having a discussion with the bank manager. Yeah, I know. The good news is you've got 490 odd days, I believe. Let me just check. 493 days. So, excuse me. See, I sneezed on the truth. So maybe the bank balance might, or the bank manager might actually agree and suffice. So things might work out. Who knows? I mean, stranger things could happen. Okay. So, to give you folks a heads up, I know Jimmy's about to get off to work now. A few of you are going to head out to work as well. It being 7 a.m. Eastern across the pond. I'm going to bid you all good night, but just as a heads up, tomorrow night I'll be joining Jimmy as the Down Under Cruisers and the Astute Tourist usually do on a Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night Melbourne time, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time across the pond. So, it'll be your hump day morning and our hump day evening. So we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. On Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing our normal live stream. I'm going to be on my own this weekend putting forward our show. Reason is Ilana's catching up with the girls. And in her girls catching up time, she's going to be gossiping a great deal about me. So you never know what news will come out. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna bid you all a good evening. Jimmy is saying yes, hump day, cup of joe, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard. So there you go, folks. You've heard it from the cup of joe's mouth. Meantime, I'm going to finish my cup. It is a bit on the cool side now, Jimmy. I don't have a heating device next to me. And besides that, it is 7 degrees C right now. Anyway, I will bid you guys a good night. You guys have an awesome day across the pond. And we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Take it easy. And thanks for coming in. Bye now. Have fun.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul, and floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach? One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be an ocean that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising.